yeah. 7 on 6. Good, good, good. Queen on the jack. King on the ace. 2, 2.
I like. I will like. I may like. I have liked.
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 7 on 6. Yeah, good. Now 2. Bloody 2.
I go. I may go. I will go. I am going. Going. I am going. I have gone.
Gone.
Gone. This is impossible language.
Persevere, my darling. Practice is making perfect. That is an English expression. You must remember expressions. They make the language natural. Nothing vulgar, please. No idioms from the street. There's a fashion nowadays for gentlemen to use words out of the gutter. But that's not for you. I will tell you what to say, and what is a bit, as they say in England, off.
I speak. I will speak. I have spoken. What a strange word, spoken. 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 I have spoken.
Oh, stop this, you absolutely promised, yeah. Oh, then who am I to talk to? There hasn't been one client in 4 days. Not one human being. Look at it. Not one single holidaymaker from this pier to the next. Nothing but water. Old brown sea. Like they poured out 10 million cups of tea, yeah? Brynmouth on sea. Fairyland of the south coast. Huh. Brynmouth on tea. You hear that, Bassy? I made a joke, yeah? All right, don't laugh. We Germans have no sense of humor. It's well known. Only you Greeks are witty, yeah.
Sophie, I'm trying to study.
I'm sorry. God knows you need it. Thought I'd die yesterday in front of Mrs. Steiner what you said to me. You know what you said to me? Tell me, Sophie, who was Queen Arthur? Unbeaten Queen Arthur. If you are going to keep company with the Baroness, you'd better learn how. Although, you wear too much oil on your hair. Oil's coming. You're not a brother.
My father's a brother.
Then your father can wear the oil. Oh, leave for God. Can we go one day without hearing of this born father of yours and his dear little food shop in Athens? It's obvious. He's not really your father. You don't get bones like that from a brother. Don't argue with me, Bassy. There's one thing I know about it, bones. Most I remind you that my name Lemberg was already great in Austria under Maria Theresa. All you had in your so civilized Greece at that time, my dear, were goats. Human goats living on curd milk, all right?
I go. I may go. I may go. I will go.
All right, go. Go to Irina. You've been seeing her again, haven't you?
Yes.
Any special reason?
No.
Then why?
She does not know anybody in London. Look, I told you.
Yeah, I know. She's the daughter of your father's oldest friend. Obligation. Very weak, I'm sure.
I think you're jealous.
Not very amusing. Please continue with your studies.
I am jealous. I may be jealous. I will be jealous. I have been jealous.
Oh, God. Why can't I stop this? Mad woman. Talking day after day to someone you haven't even seen in 5 years. Once and for all, it's over.
Excuse me.
Go away.
My name is Fossey.
Enough now. Bloody enough.
I've taken the room opposite you. I'm wondering if at least what your television said 10 minutes. There is rock and roll entertainment.
Of course. Come in.
Thank you very much.
Black eyes. Hair. Holy cap of hair. Well born, I don't care what he says.
Sophie, my father just sells food in a shop.
Then you must be illegitimate.
Thank you.
Ah, it's obvious. Why do you fight me, darling? Why do you resist all the time my training? Can't you see I only do it for your own good? It takes one aristocrat to recognize another.
Does it? Well, I was talking to Mrs. Steiner last night. She told me certain things.
Things?
About you.
And naturally you believe them, yeah?
Yes, I believe them.
Yeah, a woman like Steiner, famous for lying. Naturally you believed her.
I'll tell you what she said.
I don't want to hear.
She said it wasn't true.
I said I don't wish to listen. Lies and vulgarity. All the world is full of them.
She said none of it was true. She said that
you leaving?
You think I stay here with you? With a liar?
All right, go. But when you look back on this moment, just ask yourself this. Is it really such a crime to want to make yourself seem a little more important? To want to shield yourself just a little from the sordidness of life? Is it? Ugh. You've got 2 whole pounds. Oh, £2 if they take the cards, £4 if they take the crystal ball. Oh, please, make them come in. I promise, I swear, no talk. 1 whole day, not a word. I promise. Boss is my witness, yeah? 2 days silence. 2 whole days. Oh, please come in.
Anyone out?
Just a moment, please.
I go best. Why? Well, I've got to be back, haven't I? And you can't stay away all this afternoon, can you? Bloody amateur, I know. I thought it was fine. Did you? Quite fine, yes. Well, it's good. I don't think the choice up to you then, isn't it? Well, that's not fair. Just because I thought what? Well, thought it went rather well. For rehearsal. You just suspect every compliment.
Guten Abend. Come in, please. Now, one of you at a time, please.
Right, see you then. Well, why don't we toss for it? Toss? Well, that's fair now, isn't it? We both want to see who put up a bit of a fight. Heads or tails? Heads. It's tails. True. Why don't you go for a ride in the doldrums? They'll be glad of the custom.
Yeah, you come back in 10 minutes, please. Expert divination does not take very long.
You don't mind now, do you?
You won, didn't you?
Come along, then.
What an awful day. Not a single soul on the prom. Just us and the seagulls all huddled down in those convalescents. No real convalescents in coat collars.
Sit down, please.
It seems strange. How's it feel to see all around you? Reminds me of a quotation. Woe to him who builds his house upon the sand. Something like that. Sorry.
It wasn't tails.
What?
It wasn't tails, it was heads.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, it's very important that I see you first.
Yeah?
When I came into town this morning, I saw your sign. It said advice and consultation, so it sort of gave me an idea. Well, it gave me hope.
Yeah, and?
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Now not so good. I don't know, I just don't want you to be angry with me is what I'm going to ask you.
Angry?
Well, you see, I had a suggestion that you could, that you might... Look, Baroness, I don't want my fortune told. I've come for something completely different. And you've every right to throw me out and be annoyed with me, but I hope you won't be.
My young man, I don't know what you are saying here. Am I supposed to be clairvoyant or something? That's my joke, yeah, I often make it. Sit, come sit down, please. You look pale, are you, wife?
Yes, I suppose so.
Is it your professional life?
No. Look, I'll pay you as for a normal session. I thought I'd give you a little more if you wouldn't be insulted.
Why should I be insulted? Advice is as hard as divination, yeah? Is it your love life? Trouble with a girl, yeah? And your friend is involved also.
A bit cliche, isn't it?
It's not exactly unfamiliar, I admit. 2 friends in love with the same girl.
Only he's not in love with her. And she only thinks she's in love with him. She just thinks it. She's very easily impressed. He's a very impressive person, mind you. One like I've never seen before. Bright, strong, completely natural. Well, that's it, really. Completely natural. The only kind of natural you can be if you're genuine working class. You see, the trouble with me is I see everybody's point of view. Here I am defending him already.
This boy is an entertainer?
A singer. Thanks to me. I mean, there's no point in being modest about it. I found him. He was singing in an East End pub. Flat broke. I got him going. You see, that's my racket. I'm a manager. I created for him the Lions. Especially for him.
The Liars?
The White Lions. 4 instrumentalists and Tom. I even created the uniform. White satin. Oh, it's wild. You know, they're singing here tonight. Perhaps you'd like to come.
Oh, Dankeschön, nein. As far as I'm concerned, the birth of electricity meant the death of music. I had a friend once who liked all that. He would have come and howled his little head off for you. So, your girlfriend helps you, yeah?
Sue, I don't know what to do without her. She drives the van, does the accounts, she nursemaids the boys. She's one of those women you would call permanently turned on.
Turned on, you mean like a light?
I've been with her for 2 years, and it's the best time I've ever known.
Ah, but now it's ending.
Not if I can help it.
Because of him?
When I met Tom, he'd been down from the Midlands 3 weeks. He was living in a cell in the slums. He was absolutely miserable.
So, you took him into your house?
The stupidest thing I ever did. You see, the thing about Tom is he's a monster. I mean that in the Greek form of the word, like in a fable. He thrives on worship. It's his food. Not a day goes by that he doesn't eat 2 tablespoons of thick golden worship poured down his throat, preferably by a girl. And that's Sue's scene, spooning it in. She fell right into it. I know Tom. I know men like him. The minute she says it's okay, the minute she crosses from our room into his, he's not going to be interested anymore. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen any moment.
So prevent it, tell him to go.
I can't. I'm just incapable. It's ridiculous. Besides, what does that sound like? Keep your hands off my girl. It just sounds stupid. It doesn't get anything accomplished. Just so corny. See, the thing about Tom is he's disarming. I'm like that. I get disarmed. I'm incapable. Would you believe I lie beside her in bed at night, thinking of complete scenes for the next morning? Complete sentences, sometimes more in sorrow than in anger. In the morning, I go downstairs to the breakfast table, and there he is, swabbing up his yolk with those crusts of bread, and I can't bring myself to it. I mean, people don't live inside your head now, do they? And it's just all builds up, and I've got to get him out. I just need to get him out. I don't know. So I had this idea, this wild idea that you could.
What?
I don't know. You could see it.
See
it all.
See all what exactly?
The thing about Tom is he's superstitious, ridiculous. Not a week goes by that he's not enveloping off to some fortune teller or palmist. 1 week it's a woman in Hampton who does it with beans. The next, Chinaman in Cheltenham who does it with dice.
And now it's some German in Grimmuth? Who does it with what exactly?
Well, with this, it's everything about Tom's life. Everything he's told me since I've known him. Provincial childhood, coal mining village, drunken father threw his guitar in the fire. Pretty conventional stuff, really. And I thought that with this you could see that it was...
What? That as I'm a fake, I could not possibly see this for myself?
Well, of course not. But with this you'd be absolutely accurate. Absolutely. You'd have him goggling. Tom is a great goggler. You would have him believing. And then you could probably see something a bit,
A bit what?
Alarming.
What kind of alarming, mein Herr?
A dangerous relationship.
Oh, yeah, with a girl, yeah? Which, of course, he must break off immediately, otherwise disaster waits for him, huh? Blood and calamity?
It sounds a bit ridiculous, I know.
And how much am I to be paid for this absurdity?
Doesn't matter.
How much?
I thought £3 would have been more
What,
than...
suitable?
5 then?
Ugh, my young man. I know I don't look so prosperous here in this filthy little room. But who do you think I am? Some silly gypsy bitch in a caravan you can buy for £3?
Well, of course not.
I practice here in this hideous town, an art as old and sacred as medicine. Look at this. This hand has held the hand of a royal duchess in intimate spiritual communion. It has held governors, ministers of justice, princes of the blood. All right, I have, what is it, come down in the world. Down to Grimmuth, down to pizza stalls and grease in the air, rifle bangings and dodgem cars and all the fun of the fairground, yeah? And every day now, if I see anyone at all, my noble clients are people like old potatoes wearing paper hats, whispering spinsters, smelling of camphor, old red men with gin in their eyes, begging me to predict just one more football pool to make them rich for life. Rubbish people, all of them, killing me to death with their middle-class dreams. But one thing, mein Herr, I may hate them, but I never cheat them. Lemberg never lies.
I'm sorry.
Gal, you've just talked yourself out of £3.
Look, I'm stupid. I'm desperate. When you get this way, you just don't think straight. I mean, things go into your head and it... Baroness, I love her.
What do you expect from this boy? Consideration? Gratitude?
And what's wrong with that? When I met him, he had nothing. I gave him a job, gave him food, put money in his pocket. I gave him a home.
Idiot.
Why?
Idiot. Oh, look, in your brain, in your eyes when they're open, you know the world is divided only into givers and takers, but that nothing can change that, yeah? The givers are the world's aristocrats. I don't mean titles. You don't have to have a title to be an aristocrat. And the takers are peasants, emotional peasants. Do you understand? No, you don't. Because you are a taker, you're a giver yourself. I can see it. Takes one to know one, yeah? Yeah, and givers, they will just laugh at you. They say it's your nature to give, yeah? So give. Then when they have taken everything from you, then they go off. Any excuse will do. You're not a real baronet. They can't bear to live with a liar. Anything. You see?
I suppose I do.
No, you don't. Innocent. Never mind. Look, my dear, I'll tell you this one thing. There's only one way to deal with the taker, and that's take him yourself. Show him what it's like to be used, yeah? Now, look. There it is, look at it. Taker's head, neat in its neatness. Taker's neck moves quick like a bird pecking into seed, yeah? Those are signs, mein Herr. Head and neck, their eyes. I've seen his eyes, so hard the way they opened, so black.
Gray, actually.
What?
His eyes are gray, I think.
Taker's eyes. Black, so hard the way they opened, yeah, I've seen it. Give him the envelope. I'll read his fortune for him, mein Herr. I'll read it, and then you come back when he's done.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Give. Here. What color is your girl?
Blonde.
More.
A pink scarf. She's very fond of that, a pink scarf.
Your lucky color is green, and the lucky day of the week is Wednesday. And as the cards have indicated, I predict for you activity, and again activity. That will be £1, please. Yeah, thank you. I wonder if your friend has returned yet.
Tom? Hello. Yeah.
Good. Please be kind enough to ask him to wait a moment, yeah? I will call when I'm ready.
Of course. And thank you again.
Yeah, goodbye.
Well, how is she? No good?
They're all fakes now, aren't they?
Did she tell you anything?
No, nothing.
I'll be with you immediately.
Born in 1972. Did she really owe us?
They really had to get rid of a witch's license.
Asha. Why? Chevalier, you mustn't call them witches.
So what?
Look what I want. There's a rifle stall at the end there by the turnstile. They were so happy to see me, Virgil will give it to me. I'll give it to Sue.
It looks drunk to me.
It's all that fresh air. It's not a bugger out. What's she doing there? Is she in a trance or something?
I think they call it preparing.
Oh, you mean like meditation?
Ah, quick zouse. Poor old cow.
Shush.
Look, come back with me.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I? She's seen me.
I mean, it's just such a waste of money.
There's nothing funny about her, is there? Are you sure she didn't tell you something?
Nothing, not a damn thing.
Well, you look a bit funny to me.
Look, she's just old, plain boring, that's all. Urf. All right, I'll go. That'll be the time you'll pass up a witch, no matter how lousy she is.
Shush.
All right, I'm going. Just don't say it. Okay.
What are you staring at, Gussie?
So very honest, isn't it?
Honest. What principles? They won't prevent you spending it, will they? Oh, sweet Vasi who gets to spend it, but terrible Sophie who makes it, yeah? What do you think your wonderful oracle at Delphi was doing? One sees how sitting in a lot of smoke, saying exactly what she was paid to say. And this monster, Well, someone's got to show him, and that's going to be me, yeah? For once, the chief gets it. You don't like that, do you? Well, too bad. It is often the painful duty of the aristocracy to teach lessons. Now, go away. Leave me alone, yeah?
I was talking to Mrs. Steiner last night, and she says you're not a baroness at all.
All right. How dare you? So, it's understood you can't bear to live as a pig. Now, go away at once. Yeah, come in, please. Please come and sit down. Here are my charges. 30 shillings for cards, 2 pounds for cards and palms, 3 pounds for the crystal ball. I recommend the ball, it is more profound.
Yeah.
You are an addict, I think.
Addict? You mean drugs?
No. Divination. You go often to consult people, yeah?
That's right, actually. Does it show?
You have comparing eyes.
How? That's no fun, is it?
They don't disturb me, mynheer. When you are older, you will learn you cannot go shopping in the world of the occult. People with a gift do not live in supermarkets, you know. Give me something you wear, please. A handkerchief will do. There. Just a ball of glass. Except that nothing is just anything.
Of course not.
You are a musician. That's such an amazing gift, mynheer. I have, after all, just finished reading for your friend, yeah? I hope he was satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
He has good emanations. I predict for him a very happy domestic life.
Yeah?
We'll begin now, yeah? What month were you born?
Mine.
Taurus. Impetuous, sometimes ruthless.
25th.
Ah, Gemini. Interesting. Ah. Very disturbed, much confusion. 1972. You were born in 1972.
Yeah.
It's ritualistic, Sabal. Often it gives first the date of birth and then the place. Yeah, exactly. I see a little house, a narrow little house, on a dirty street, and at the end of the street is a huge wheel turning in the sky. A coal wheel. No, coal village, yeah? See, I am not too far from the truth. There is no woman in this house. Your mother is dead. But your father is still alive. At least I see a man in working clothes. He has a bad face. Brutal face. Thick like a drunken man, yeah? Now I see a child. Frightened little face. Eyes of fear looking here and there for escape. Such a pale little face. He beat you, this man. He ill-treated you, yeah? And now I see fire. Something burning on the fire. A guitar. Can that be right? A guitar burning on the fire? What is that? Some symbol of your music talent?
Now,
I disturb you, mynheer?
you see that,
Very plain.
but you can't. You just can't because it's here. It's in me head.
And for me it is there. You can lock nothing away. Times that happened once for you, happens now for me. Why did he do this, your father? To hurt you, to stop you from being a musician? Now you are upset. I will stop now.
Now, go on. What else do you see?
You were born in the Midlands and came to London.
Boxing Day. Lunch in Euston Station. Veal and Empire.
You have been fortunate in your friends. Recent time has been good for you, yeah? The ball is golden. But now,
What is it?
not gold anymore. Going.
Can you see anything particular?
Gold to gray. To dark. Pink and dark. Pink hair. Pink scarf. Pink something, yeah? You have a girlfriend. She is in flight. I see her shadow. Running. And desire running too. I think it's you, yeah? And then one more shadow comes here, and this shadow trying to overtake the other. Now, here comes one more shadow. Oh, very, very confused.
Tell me.
This new shadow is very, very large. A man. He grows. He swarms up over you and her both. One enormous red shadow up over everything. Over the pink, over the gray, over the dark. Red. 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 Red.
What is it?
Oh, it's a blood flash. I have seen it.
Blood?
Flash. Oh. Blood flash, the most rare vision in divination. Red blood drowning spalls. I have often read about this, but never have I seen it until now. Red flowing down over the glass. It means the most terrible warning.
Warning?
Oh, yeah, mein Herr. You are doing something that is not good, yeah? But if you continue, disaster will strike you, and very soon, I mean it. I'm sorry. There's something in your emotional life which is not what it should be.
How much did he buy you?
Pay?
I mean, how he set it up? He must have offered you a few quid on the side. He couldn't have expected you to do it for nothing.
What do you mean?
Oh, the sign. It's fantastic. I mean, what's the point? Is it supposed to be a big joke? Fun and games by the sea?
Are you suggesting I have been bribed?
I'm not suggesting it, I'm signing it.
How dare you? How absolutely bloody dare you?
No, because I absolutely bloody know, that's how. There's only one person in the world I've ever told those things about my childhood, and that's Frank.
Mein Herr, to a professional eye like mine, the truth does not have to be told. It is evident.
Oh, I dare say. And what if it isn't the truth?
I beg your pardon.
What if it's a zonkin' great lie, like every word of that story?
Don't believe it.
It's true.
Impossible. You say this to discredit me.
And why should I do that?
Mein Herr, what I see. Lemberg never lies.
Now, but I do.
You mean your father is not a miner?
Now, he's a very rich accountant. Lives near Litchfield.
And your mother is not dead?
Well, not in the biological sense now. She likes a game of golf and gives bridge parties every Wednesday.
What's your accent?
Well, I'm afraid that's as put on as everything else. I mean, there's no point in changing your background if you're going to keep your accent, is there? Actually, it slips a bit when I'm drunk, but people just think I'm being affected.
You mean you live your whole life like this? One enormous life from morning to night?
Oh, yes, I suppose I do.
Unimaginable.
Does it worry you?
Doesn't it worry you?
No, not particularly. Should it? I mean, I just regard it as a sort of...
A white lie.
Yes, very good, a white lie.
But why, in heaven's name, why?
Well, it's a question of image, really. I mean, when I was a kid, in pop music, you had to be working class to get anywhere at all. Middle class was right out. 5 years ago, no one believed you could sing with the authentic voice of the people if you were the son of an accountant. And here we are.
Incredible. And your poor parents, do they know that you have abolished them? That as far as you are concerned, they don't exist?
Well, no, but it doesn't matter. And they've abolished me, after all. How real am I to them? Dad calls me minstrel boy whenever I go home, because he finds it embarrassing to have a singer for a son. And Mother tells her bridge club that I'm in London studying music, because studying is a more respectable image for her than performing in a cellar. Both of them are talking about themselves, not me. And that's fine, because that's what everybody's doing all the time, everywhere. Do you dig?
But your girlfriend knows the truth, yeah?
Sue? No.
You mean you sit there, holding her hand, telling her these enormous lies about your terrible childhood?
Oh, she likes it. She finds it all very sad.
That's the most disgusting thing I ever heard. Do you think you can borrow something to make yourself attractive?
Oh, I know I can.
Your friend was right. You are a monster.
Is that what he said?
His word exact, a monster.
I don't believe it.
Oh, it's obvious. To me, it's quite clear.
Oh, as clear as my past life was in that ball.
Don't be impertinent. Remember, please, who you are talking to. You are in the presence of a baroness.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry.
This session is at an end. And there will be no charge.
Oh, thank you. tell you?
You will go at once, please. At once.
All right, just tell me this. How long has he known about me and Sue? Did he say? A couple of weeks? A month? I mean, Jesus, to be that hidden. Not to give one sign. Just wait day after day. Build up and keep your face smiley. And then come down here for the day and pull a stunt like this. Thinking about it all the way down in the van, I suppose. I mean, who is he?
A giver.
What?
A giver, mynheer. Hard for you to imagine, yeah? Someone who just gives over and over to the end. Hidden, you call him, of course. Just because he is too proud to show you the pain he feels, yeah? He is at this moment walking by the sea, asking himself that very same question. Who is he? What does he want? I give him everything. Admiration, not enough. Security, not enough. I find him absolutely broke, in the gutter. Give him my own flat to share. Not one penny in rent to pay, not enough. I make for him a job. I form for him a group. Bike, satin, engagements, everything. So he can fulfill his life and not have to sing for shillings in some filthy little pub. But never enough, Never enough.
He told you that?
Yeah, he told. He doesn't know about people like you. Pay the rent, more please. Palace restaurant, more please. Shop at Jäger's, £20 for one jacket, yeah? Riding lessons in Richmond Park, £2 for 1 hour. Seats to the theatre, that boring Electra, and we must sit close, yeah, to watch the faces. 70 shillings for 2 places just to see back makeup. Excursions to Brighton, trips to taxi cabs to London just to see the Christmas lights, Stupid reindeer hanging down in the fog like some middle-class nightmare. £4.6 on the meter. And always more. Take until the cows are at home, yeah? And then what? Surprise, Sophie. I met this girl, Irina. She's the daughter of my father's oldest friend, yeah? We are suited to each other, absolutely. We are both young. We tell the truth. We don't pretend to be baronesses, So bye-bye. Yeah, went to shop in Soho, stock of roses, Such a brilliant career for a young man of refinement. I give you this as an example. It happened to someone I know. And that is more or less the story, more or less.
This isn't happening.
And that is givers and takers.
This room, like it's sinking into the sea. Nothing makes sense here.
Yeah. I know you, mynheer. Mynheer Taker, you and your law. Givers must be punished, So, punish him, your friend. Destroy his happiness. You can't help it.
You're bonkers.
Bonkers?
Bonkers, mad.
I live alone. Well known. We who live alone go mad.
I'm off.
Yeah, go. You can't bear the truth, can you?
The truth? The what?
Yeah. An unfamiliar word to you, I dare say.
The truth. Jesus, God, how clear it all is to you, isn't it? All right. Only just for the record. For the record, that's all. I'll give you 3 straight facts. How you twist them is your business. Okay, I met him. I wasn't broke. I wasn't living in a slum. And I'd formed my group a good year before I ever set eyes on him.
Yeah, the white liars, yeah?
That's right.
Yeah, liars is right.
We had a regular gig every Friday at the Iron Duke in the Commercial Road. You can check on that if you like.
Yeah, black liars, not white.
He used to come every weekend with Sue and sit in the corner listening to us. I just remember eyes, his brown ones and her big blue ones. And they'd sit there and groove on us for hours. Just like they were the only people in the world who knew about us. Like we were simply part of their private world with no existence anywhere else.
Hurt eyes like busting.
Then, suddenly, one night, he comes over to me, says his name is Frank. He's a freelance journalist and he wants to do a whole article on the liars for one of the Sunday papers, what they call a study in death. It would mean living around us for a while, did I mind? Well, it sounded great to me, so I said fine, and that's how it all began, with me chasing publicity. A whole month, no longer, he just followed us about, observing. Endless notes in a little book. Always grinning. Silly, but very likable. He was a mad talker. You couldn't stop him for anything. I used to say to him, a journalist is supposed to listen, not yap all the time. And he'd just laugh. I like talking, he'd say. It's the best thing in the world after reading. I was living out in Winchmore Hill then with my Aunt Daisy. Too much glazed chintz, but definitely not a slum. And the only kind of music she likes is the sort you can chew tea cakes to. So in the end, I left and moved in with him. I hadn't been there a week before I discovered he owed 3 months' rent.
No,
Which I paid.
I don't.
And a week after that, I found out he wasn't really a journalist at all. He worked with Sue in a boutique in the King's Road.
That's not true.
Till he was sacked.
You are making it up.
Well, why should I do that?
Don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Look, can't you dig? From the moment Frank came in here this evening, he handed you a parcel of lies, one after another.
Fibs, maybe that's possible.
Lies.
Stories.
Lies, zonking great lies.
All right, so what? So he told a couple of tales, just to make himself seem a little more important, to shield himself a little from the sordidness of life, yeah? What a crime, Mynheer, what a terrible crime!
No, it's not a crime, it's a bore.
Ah.
You can't live with liars, it's impossible.
Ah.
Not really live.
Thank you. Thank you for the lecture. How dare you? How dare you talk about liars? You with your guitar and the fire and your coal mines and your whole disgusting childhood.
His.
His what?
His lies. All
His,
of them.
his lies about your childhood?
His and hers together. Theirs.
I don't know what you are saying here.
If I'd said they made me up, would you get it? If I'd said they made me make me up, that's nearer. I don't know. Sometimes I see it, just for a second, a bit of it. And it clouds over, just like in your ball. If only that thing really worked. It could really show why, the shape of why.
That's what it does.
Yes, but to me. If I could have the gift, just for 5 minutes, to see the whole thing, her and him and me. How does it work? Colors, isn't it? Red for rage, black for death. What for fake? Brown. That's good. Sullen brown. The phony sound I put on when I came south, mainly because I couldn't stand my own voice. Butch Brand, colour of the Midlands. My grandpa used to talk like that, much to my mother's shame. I worked it out from him. It's what first turned them on, Frank and Sue, especially Frank. He used to sit at the end of my bed with his pencil and notebook, just grooving on it. Bogus journalist interviewing bogus miner. You're so lucky, he'd say. So lucky to be born a prole. The working class is the last repository of instinct. And I'd just shrug in my flannel pajamas. Shrugs are perfect. You can imply anything with a good shrug. Repository of instinct. Childhood misery. Whatever's wanted. What color's that? The want. Crazy want in someone for an image to turn him on. The crazy way you play to it, just to make him feel good. Green, I bet you. Green, nausea. I watched him make up my childhood. Where were you born, he'd ask me. Then right away he'd answer himself. Some god-awful little cottage, I suppose. No loo, I suppose. No electric light, I suppose. I suppose meaning I want. And me, I'd shrug. Shrug, shrug. Up goes his slump. Shrug, shrug. Down comes Dad's belt. Anything. I made bricks out of shrugs. Slag heaps. Flagellant fathers and blanketless winters. And stolen crusts gnawed in the outside lab. His eyes would pop. Hers too. Sue's. No, hers were worse. They'd brim with tears. She was the world's champion brimmer. She cried the first night. She had this little flat on her own, right near the boutique. One night I'd been over for spaghetti, and I played a bit to her after. Suddenly, chord of E major fading into the Chelsea drizzle. She's looking down at me. Her voice is all panty. You were born with that, she says. There's the natural music of working people in your hands. And down comes her hair like a curtain of buttermilk over my mouth. And there it is, the want. Same want as his, all desperate under her hair. Give it to me. An image. Give me an image. Turn me on. What do you do? Buttermilk hair and the churn of your mouth. What do you do? Well, mouth opens, starts to speak, aching with its lies. The ache to please. Oh, you understand, it says, dead sincere. Christ, you understand. I'll tell you the only encouragement my dad ever gave me was to throw my guitar on the fire. It wasn't much of an instrument, of course, but it was all I could afford. And blue. Blue, 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 for all the tears in her sky, dropping on me, spattering me, lashing the Swedish rug like rain on a bank holiday beach. I was soaked. I really was. So I went to bed with her to get dry. Almost. That was 5 weeks ago. When did he find out? She didn't tell him. She wouldn't dare. Well, he guessed. Of course he guessed. They know each other completely. They are each other. Yes. Once I'd spoken. Actually spoken and lie out loud I was theirs. They got excited like lions after meat, sniffing about me, slobbering. Suppose I could have ended it any time, just by using my own voice. But I didn't. Color the ball yellow. Well, I didn't mean to hurt them, but why not? Who was I? I didn't exist for them. I don't now. They want their Tom. Tom the idol. Tom the turn-on. Tom the yob god, born in a slum, standing in his long-suffering, maltreated skin, all tangled hair and natural instincts, to be hung by his priests in white satin. Yeah, that's the real color for it all. White. Our uniform for the liars. He designed it. She made it. I wear it. Come tonight. You'll see me in it. Knee breeches, Beau Brummel collar, frothy white lace around the working class throat. I know I looked good in it, but believe it or not, the first morning I put it on, they actually kneeled down in front of me. Both of them. He was clapping his hands and yelling, "Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic," over and over. And she was fitting me into it, her mouth full of pins. "Don't you tell me you were born in a miner's cottage," he shouts at me. "You're a natural aristocrat, Tommy." And she, looking up at me, all blue eyes and spitting pins, she says, "He's right, Tom. I'll bet you were born on the wrong side of the blanket."
No.
Yes. But you're never going to get that coal dust out of your skin, are you? I can see it now in your pores.
No.
Oh, yes. She could see it.
I don't believe it. People just don't behave this way.
You just can't imagine it, can you? To be the prisoner of someone else's dream.
Out.
Because that's what it's really like with your beautiful givers. They give you your role. That's what they give. They make you up till you're just acting in a film projected out of their eyes. I was a prisoner on Wet Dream Island.
Stop it. Stop it. Words on words on words on words. What he did, what she did, what they did. And all just to escape the guilt of what you did.
I did.
Oh, Job. It's clear, simple. You had a friend. He had a girl. You stole her, that's all.
Can you really believe that? After all I told you, can you believe they were lovers? Love, you really are in the wrong business, aren't you?
But I saw his pain in here. Pain.
For who? You think it's her he wants?
And if he can't have you, then she must not. Is he? Poor idiot.
Poor mad sod.
Actually, he has not guessed that you slept with her. He just feared you would.
And that made him pull the whole thing down. Well, thank God he has. I'd never have done it. I liked it all too much. Much too much, all that lovely attention. Monster. Well, that's one thing he didn't lie about. Well, I've still got a concert. It's going to be a strange ride back in the van. The last.
The last?
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
So, goodbye.
yeah. But not him of me of him. Complete slave to him, that's true. It's inconceivable how we accuse ourselves to be givers.
You're beautiful givers. They give us our role. That's what they give.
Not me.
It's religious acting in a film projected out of their eyes.
Not me. I never did that with Vassi. I absolutely deny it. I never did that with Vassi.
Oh, Sophie, please listen. I'm not an aristocrat. My father just does food. That's all. You are. How can I be? Ah, you are.
You were. That face so white. Hair, holy cup of hair. They are my witnesses. The wrist so delicate. The gestures always so finished, yeah? Do you think they were in my head only? These were signs, Liebchen. Signs of the nobility that most people never see. What I watched at 4 o'clock when you sighed in your sleep like a prince. I loved you.
There's too much oil on your head. Oil's common.
I loved you.
Can we hear no more strong father?
I loved you.
You've been seeing that slouch in the dinner. I know she likes you. Joseph's son is village donkey.
I loved you.
My family was great under Maria Theresa. All you had in your so civilized Greece were goats, human goats.
I loved you.
You are going to keep company with the baroness. You better than now.
But you're not. Not.
I'm not what?
Mrs. Steiner told me that you're just a Jewish girl called Weinberg. Not Nenberg, Weinberg.
And you believed her.
Oh, Sophie, of course. I've known it for months. Everyone knows it. You think I care? It's funny.
Funny.
Of course. The way you shouted at me to be a gentleman like you were a lady? How dare you? You really are a dreadful woman, you know that. But now it's finished. Now at last we can speak the truth. And I can really know you. You are no one, just like me. And that's lovely. Come here.
Don't.
So, come to me. Come on. Come.
Don't touch me. Come on, Gorge's hand. Put them on arena. That's where they belong, yeah? So I'm no one, is that it?
I didn't mean that.
I'll show you no one.
Sophie.
If you want absolutely no one, go to arena, marry her!
Your sight is ridiculous. You. Calm down. Be a balance this so much. It doesn't matter to me. You're still my Sophie.
Do me the favor to pack your suitcase and go.
You don't mean this.
Immediate.
Go?
Right away. Now at once.
Sophie!
I mean it. Get out. I want you out. Get out. 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 Out.
Your eyes. It was in your eyes. You loved me. Oh, Buddy, please come back. I didn't mean it. I was angry. I was stupid. You know me, my tongue runs away with me, always away. I don't know what I say. I promise no more baronet. Just plain awful Weinberg. Fräulein no one. Please, it'll be all right. Really, it'll be all right, Buddy.
Hello? Well, he went then.
Yeah, he went.
With just now.
He packed his little suitcase and went.
Suitcase?
Saw him only once. Snack bar window.
What happened?
Irina giving him ice cream on a long spoon.
Well?
Laughing together.
Baroness!
He will leave
Tom?
tonight.
Tonight.
Isn't that what you wanted?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, it's not what I said. Okay, it's what I said, but it's not what I meant. I meant it for her. You see, it's not a threat to me or anything. I meant it for her. She's immature. She cannot handle it. It was for Sue. I don't want her to get hurt or anything.
Oh, my dear.
Wait a minute. What did he say about me? You know, you can't believe everything he says, you know.
A lonely future, my hair, believe me.
So he's leaving then?
Weinberg. Never lies.
There. How do you think the room looks?
Fabulous. I wish we could always see it like this. That lamp looks divine there, and those chairs are just the right color. I told you green would look well in here.
Suppose Harold comes back.
Oh, he's not coming back till tomorrow morning.
I know, but suppose he comes back tonight. He's mad about his antiques. What do you think he'll say if he goes into his room and finds out we've stolen them?
Don't dramatize. We haven't stolen all his furniture. Just 3 chairs, the lamp, the sofa, the table, the bowl, and the vase of flowers. That's all.
Oh, and the Buddha. That's more valuable than anything.
Oh, did you stop worrying, darling?
Oh, well, you don't know, Harold. He won't even let anyone touch his antiques.
Look, we'll put everything back just as soon as Mr. Bamberger leaves. Now stop being so weary.
Oh, well, frankly, I don't think we should have done it. I mean, anyway, Harold or no?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, why not? The room looks divine now. Just look at it.
Well, darling, George Bamberger's a multi-millionaire. He's lived all his life against this sort of furniture. After you've stolen bits aren't going to impress him. He's coming to see the work of an unknown sculptor. If you ask me, it would look much better to him to find me exactly as I really am. A poor artist. It might touch his heart.
It might, but it won't impress Daddy. And remember, he's coming too.
Oh, as if I could forget. Why you had to invite your monster father tonight, I can't think.
Oh, not again.
Well, that's too bloody much. I mean, if he's going to be persuaded I'm a fit husband for you just by watching a famous collector buy some of my work, well, then he doesn't deserve to have me as his son-in-law.
Oh, he just wants to prove you can earn your own living, that's all.
And what if Bamberger doesn't like my work?
But he will, darling. Just stop worrying.
Oh, I can't. Get me a whiskey. I've got a foreboding. It's all going to be a disaster. An A1 copper-bottom 24-carat disaster.
Look, darling, you know what they say. A faint heart never won fair lady.
Oh, how true.
The trouble with you is you're what Daddy calls a determined defeatist.
The more I hear about your daddy, the more I hate him. I loathe military men anyway, and in any case, he's bound to hate me.
Why?
Oh, because I'm a complete physical coward. He'll smell it on my breath.
All you have to do is stand up to Daddy. He's only a bully to people he thinks that are afraid of him.
Well, I am.
You haven't even met him.
Oh, that doesn't make any difference.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Here.
Thanks.
What can he do to you?
Well, for one thing, he refused to let me marry you.
Oh,
I like you and me. It brings out your hair.
straighten up, Ty. You look slobby pig.
Well, you look divine.
Really?
I mean it. I've never seen you look so lovely.
Brinkley, tell me something. Have there been many before me?
Thousands.
Seriously?
Seriously, none.
Well, what about the girl in the photo?
Oh, she lasted about 3 months.
When?
2 years ago.
What was her name?
Clea.
What was she like?
She was a painter. Very honest, very clever. Just about as cozy as a steel razor blade.
Well, when did you see her last?
I told you 2 years ago.
Well, then why do you still have a photograph in your bedroom drawer?
Oh, it was just there, that's all. Give me a kiss. No one in the world kisses like you.
Brinkley, tell me something. Did you like it better with her or me?
Like what?
Sexy pig!
Oh, people will be here in a minute. Put on a record. There's better be something for your father. What is he like?
Oh, he doesn't like anything except military marches.
Well, I might have guessed. Wait, I think I've got some. That last record on the shelf, the orange cover. It's called Marching and Murdering with Susan or something.
This one?
That's it.
The band of the Coldstream Guard?
Ideal. Put it on.
How do you switch it on?
That last knob on the left. That's it. Let us pray. Oh God, let this evening go all right. Let Mr. Bamberger like my sculpture and buy some. Let Carol's monster father like me. And let my neighbor Harold Goring never find out that we borrowed his precious furniture behind his back. Amen. Blast! A fuse!
Oh, no!
Oh, it must be.
It is!
Oh, no!
Oh, a power cut. Where's the box?
Oh, it's in the hall.
Well, have you any candles?
No. Oh, damn!
Where are the matches?
They should be on the drinks table. No. Try on the record player. Damn, 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 damn. Oh, would you believe it? All right, I'm coming. Oh, bloody heck. Hello? Hello? No, Well, I just remembered there's some fuse wire in the bedroom, in that drawer where you found the photograph. Go and get it, will you?
I don't think there is. I didn't see any there.
Don't argue, just look.
All right, keep your hands cold.
I'm sorry, I just know it's there, that's all. You must have missed it.
Well, what about the matches?
We'll have to mend it in the dark, that's all. Please hurry, dear.
Oh, God, help you, Jimmy.
Carol. Darling. Clea. What on earth are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Finland. Well, but you've hardly been gone 6 weeks. Where are you speaking from? The air terminal? Oh, no. That's not a good idea tonight. I'm extremely busy, and I'm afraid I just can't get out of it. It's business.
There's nothing in here except your dreary socks. I told you.
Well, try the other drawers. Look, I can't stop now. Can I call you tomorrow? Where will you be? No, not tonight, I told you no. I know it's just around the corner. That's not the point. You can't come round. Look, the situation's changed. Something's happened this past month.
There's nothing in here, Bryn, please.
Clea, I've got to go. I can't discuss it over the phone. Has it got to do with what? Well, yes, of course it has. I mean, you can't expect me to stay frozen, can you?
I can't see anything in here. We've got to get some matches.
Oh, stop wailing! Oh, no, not you. I'll call you tomorrow. Goodbye.
What's that?
Just a chop. Did you find fire?
Bryn, I can't find anything in here. What about the matches?
Oh, I'll try the pub. Perhaps I'll have some candles as well.
Help me, someone, please help me.
Is that you, Miss Burnable?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Oh, thank God you're there. I'm so frightened.
Why? Have your lights gone too?
Yes.
Oh, it must be a power cut.
Oh, I don't think so. The lights are on. I saw them from the landing.
Well, then it must be the main switch of the house.
Well, where is that?
Oh, it's down in the cellar. It's all sealed up. No one's allowed to touch it but the electricity people.
Well, what are we going to do?
Get them, quick.
Well, they come this time of night.
They've got to. Would you happen to have a match on?
I'm afraid I don't. Very provident of me, too, and I'm so afraid of the dark.
Oh, darling, this is Miss Furnival from upstairs. Miss Furnival, Miss Milkett.
How do you do? How do you do? Oh, isn't this frightful?
Perhaps we can put Mr. Bamberger off.
Impossible. He's dining out and coming on hereafter. He can't be reached.
Flip.
Hello, operator. Can you give me the London Electricity Board, please? Night service. Well, I'm sure it's in the book, miss, but I'm afraid I can't see. There's no need to apologize. No, I'm not blind. I just can't see. We've got a fuse. Miss, please, this is an emergency. Thank you. London is staffed with imbeciles.
Oh, you're so right about that, Mr. Miller.
Miss, I don't want the number. I can't dial it. Well, have you ever tried to dial a number in the dark? I just want to be connected, that's all. Thank you. Miss Furnival, do you by any remote chance have any candles?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't, Mr. Miller.
Hello, look, I'd like to report mains fuse at 18 Scarlatti Gardens. My name is Miller. Yes. Yes, all right. Hold on, hold bloody on.
If I might make a suggestion, Mr. Goring opposite, you know, well, he might have some candles. He's away for the weekend, but he always leaves his key under the mat.
Good idea. That's just the sort of practical thing he would have. Darling, here, take this. I'll go and see now.
Mr. Miller, are you all right?
Knew it! I bloody knew it! This was going to be the worst night of my life!
Don't panic, darling. Just don't panic.
Oh, we must none of us panic, Miss Milton.
Hello? Hello? Oh, this would have to happen tonight. It's just Brinsley's luck.
Oh, is tonight something special then?
Oh, it couldn't be more special if it tried.
Oh dear, well, may I ask why?
Have you ever heard of a German called George Bamberger?
Indeed I have. Isn't he the richest man in the world?
Yes. Hello? Well, he's coming here tonight.
Tonight?
In about 20 minutes to be exact, and to make matters worse, he's apparently stone deaf.
Oh, how extraordinary. Well, may I ask why he's coming?
He saw some photos of Brinsley's work and apparently got madly excited about it. His secretary rang up last week and asked him to come and see it. He's a great collector. Brinsley would be absolutely made if Bamberger bought a piece of his.
Oh, well then, my dear, you must get some help jiggle that thing.
Hello? Hello?
No.
Perhaps the bomb's fallen and everyone's dead.
Oh, don't say that, not even in levity.
Hello? Yes. This is number 18, Scarlatti Gardens. Yes, we seem to have the most dreary view. What's laughingly known as the main switch? Yes. Well, we need a little man. Well, they can't all have the flu. Oh, please try. It's screamingly urgent. Thank you. Oh, sometime this evening, they hope. That's a little help.
They were won't be much help, my dear. In my day, you paid your rates and you got satisfaction. Nowadays, all you get is some foreigners swearing at you. Then when they find out you're of the middle classes, well, that just makes matters even worse.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't drink. My dear father, you know, Baptist minister, strongly disapproved of alcohol.
Damn and blast! Is anyone there?
In here, Daddy Pig.
Can't you put a light on? Damn it, I've nearly knocked myself out on a milk bottle.
We've got a fuse. Nothing's working.
Oh, what a relief at night.
This is my father, Colonel Melcat. This is Miss Spindle. She's from upstairs.
Good evening.
Taking refuge, I'm afraid. I don't do very well in the dark, you know.
Well, when did all this happen?
About 5 minutes ago, the mange just blew.
Well, where's this young man of
He's
yours?
in the flat opposite looking for some candles.
You mean he hasn't got any?
No, we haven't even got any matches.
I see. No organization. Bad sign.
Daddy, please. It could happen to any of us.
Not to me. What the hell is that?
It's some of Brindley's work.
Is it, by Jove? And how much does that cost?
I think he's asking £50 for it.
Good God!
Daddy, do you like the flat? He's furnished it quite well, hasn't he? I mean, it's rich, but not gaudy pig.
Very elegant. Good. I can see he's got excellent taste. Ah, now that's what I understand by a real work of art. You can see what it's meant to be.
Oh, good heavens.
Oh, what is it?
Well, that Buddha. It looks remarkably like the one Harold Goring had.
That must have cost a pretty penny. What? He must be quite well off.
Well,
By Jove, it's got lovely colours.
you know Mr. Goring.
Oh, yes, we're an excellent friend, you know. He has such lovely things.
What?
Well, this furniture surely...
Daddy,
it's,
you can go in there. It's Prince Studio.
What for?
You can put your umbrella there.
Very well, Dumpling. Anything to oblige. Excuse me.
Miss Fenneville, your sport, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know. Well, what's this furniture doing here?
We've done something absolutely frightful. We've stolen all of Mr. Goring's best pieces and replaced them with Prince Hornobis.
But why, that's disgraceful, dear.
I know, but Brindley has absolutely nothing, Miss Fenneville. Nothing at all. He's as poor as a church now. And if Daddy had seen his place as it normally looks, he would have forbidden the marriage on the spot. Mr. Goring wasn't there to ask, so we just took a chance.
Oh, my dear, well, Mr. Goring finds out you've touched his porcelain, his furniture, he'll go out of his mind. And as for that Buddha, well, it's the most precious piece he owns, you know. It's worth hundreds of pounds.
I know, Miss Fenneville. But we're desperate. We're absolutely desperate. You won't give us away. Oh, please. Only for an hour. Please, please.
Oh, very well, my dear. I won't betray you.
Thank you.
But you must promise to put everything back exactly the way it was the moment Mr. Bamberger and your father leave.
Swear. Oh, Miss Fenneville, you're an absolute angel. Oh, do have a drink. Oh, you did. Well, have a bit less.
Oh, thank you, that I will.
Well, that's supposed to be sculpture?
It's not supposed to be, Daddy. It is.
Well, they make good garden implements. I'd like them for turning the soil.
That's not funny, Daddy.
Sorry, Dumpling. Speak as you find.
I wish you wouldn't call me Dumpling.
There's no point in wasting this. We may need it later.
Oh, don't be frightened, Miss Fenneville. Bryn will be back in a minute with some candles.
Oh, then I'll leave, of course. I don't want to be in your way.
Oh, no, not at all. Bryn,
Hello.
did you find anything?
You can't find anything in this. There's candles in there. I don't know where they are. Did you get the electric people?
They said they'd send someone up around later, they hope.
How much later?
They don't know.
Oh, well, that's a lot of help. What a lookout. Not a bloody candle in the house, a deaf millionaire to show sculpture to, and your monster father to keep happy. Look.
Good evening.
This is my father, Colonel Melcat.
Well. Good evening, sir. Fancy you being there all the time. I'm expecting some dreadful neighbors later. Some neighbor monsters. Monster neighbors, you know. They rang up early and said they'd look around. Well.
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 Well,
You seem to be in a spot of trouble.
Oh, no, trouble, really. Just a fuse. We have them all the time. It's not the first fuse I survived, and well, it won't be the last, I suppose.
In the meantime, you've got no matches, right?
Right.
No candles, right?
Right.
No basic efficiency, right?
Right. Well, no, I wouldn't say that exactly.
By basic efficiency, young man, I mean the simple task of being at attention in life rather than at ease. Understand?
Certainly not at ease, sir.
Well, what are you going to do?
Do?
Don't echo me, sir. I don't like it.
You don't like it? I'm sorry.
Now, look you here. This is an emergency. Anyone can see that.
Oh, no one can see anything, sir. That's the emergency.
Spare me your humor, if you don't mind. Now, let's look at the situation objectively, right?
Right.
Problem: darkness. Solution: light.
Oh, very good, sir.
Weapons. Matches? None. Candles? None. What remains?
Search me.
Torches, sir. Torches.
For a set of early Christians.
What?
Oh, nothing, sir. I think I'm becoming unhinged. Very good. Torches. Brilliant.
Routine. Well, where would you find one?
The pub. What time is it?
There we go. Ah, it's 10:15. You can just make it if you hurry.
Thank you, sir. Your clarity of mind has saved the day.
Well, hurry it up, man.
Yes, sir. Back in a minute.
Good luck, darling.
Thank you, my sweet.
Oh, stop that at once.
Hello? Hello?
Harold.
Rupert?
It's Harold. He's back.
Oh, no.
The furniture. What's going on in here? Nothing, Harold. Don't go in there. The mains are fused. It's dark. It's all over the house.
Well, have you found the electric?
Yes, come in here.
My, it's camp in the dark now, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose so. So you're back from your weekend, then?
I certainly am, dear. And some weekend it was. It rained the whole bloody time. I'm down to my panties.
Well, have a drink, then, and tell us all about it.
So who's here, then?
I am Mr. Goring.
Oh, Bunny.
Taking refuge. You know how I hate the dark.
Yeah.
Thing. Ah, there we are.
Who are you? May I introduce my neighbor, Harold Goring? Harold Goring, Colonel Melkin.
Well, how do?
How do you do?
Miss Harold Melkin. Harold Goring.
Hello?
You've got no candles, I suppose.
Would you believe it, Colonel, but I haven't.
Now, what the devil did you do that for?
I'm saving your whip, Colonel. You may need it later. It's failing fast.
I have some matches there.
Matches?
Yes, I hope I have the right end. What was that?
A draft.
What?
No match stays alight in this room. It's just impossible. Cross currents, you know. Old houses are full of them. They're almost a permanent feature in this house.
I don't know what you're on about.
No! What's going on? Nothing.
Have you got the dead body in here?
No.
Have you been drinking?
No, of course not.
Oh, all right then. Now cut that out! What's wrong with you?
Dangerous.
What?
It's dangerous. We can all die. Naked flames. Hideous accidents can happen with naked flames.
Don't know what you're on about.
No, I just remembered. It's something they warn you about. In old houses, the fuse box and the gas meter are in the same cupboard. And they are here.
Well, what of it?
Well, you've got to avoid electrical blowouts. They can damage the gas supply, so you have to avoid naked flames until they're mended.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Well, take my word for it. It's fantastically dangerous to burn a naked flame in this room.
Yes, Brinkley's absolutely right. In fact, they warned me about it on the phone this evening when I called them. They said, whatever you do, don't strike a match until the fuse is mended.
There, you see, it's terribly dangerous.
Then why didn't you warn me, Dublin?
I forgot.
Brilliant.
Oh, we must all of us take care.
Yes, we certainly must. Let's all have a drink. Cheer us up.
Good idea. Mr. Goring, would you like a drink?
Oh, well, I must say, it certainly won't come amiss. Not after the journey I've had tonight. I swear to God, there were 35 people in that compartment if there was one. Toddlers, babes in arms, 2 dogs yapping, 3 nuns, and not a sausage tea from London to Leamington. Oh, it's a bloody disgrace.
Oh, you think they put on a restaurant car, Mr. Goring?
Oh, not them, Fernie. They don't care if your parish wants to have your fare. But really, let's go tidy up anyway.
Oh, you can do that here.
No, I really must unpack.
Oh, do it later.
Oh, you know, I hate to keep my clothes in a suitcase longer than I have to. It creases the suit.
Oh, 5 more minutes won't hurt, surely.
Why aren't you half bossy?
Drinks, what will everyone have? Winnie, beer, or Jeanette?
Come again.
Any whiskey, beer, vodka, or good old standby Jeanette.
Oh, well, up to the count one. If it's all the same to you, I'd like a little gin with some lime juice, please.
Young man, do I have to keep reminding you that you are in an emergency? You have a guest arriving any second.
God, I'd forgotten.
Try the pub. Try your neighbors. Try who you damn well please, but get a torch!
Yes. Carol, can I have a word with you, please?
I'm here.
What now?
Excuse us just a moment, please, Carol.
Mr. Goring, you will never guess who's coming here this evening.
Who?
Guess.
The Queen.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
Think.
Is that boy touched or something?
Touched up. No, he's an absolute puppet.
Or what?
A duck. Yes, ever since I've met him, I've known him here. Yeah. Never tell, he tells me everything. He
Really?
never keeps secrets from me. He's a very sweet boy.
We'll have to put all Harold's furniture back in his room.
Now.
We'll have to. I can't get a torch till we do.
We can't.
We must till no matter if he finds out what we've done.
Well, Funny, come on, tell me. Who's coming tonight?
Oh, very well. I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
He has money.
Ooh, money. Let me think.
Carol?
Look, can't we just tell him it was all a big joke?
Oh, you don't know him. He can't bear anyone to touch his treasures. They're like children to him. He cleans everything twice a day with a special swan's down duster. He'd wreck everything. Would you like him to call me a thief in front of your father?
Oh, of course not.
Well, he would. He gets absolutely hysterical. I've seen him.
Brinsley?
Well, how the hell can we do it?
It's no use, Colonel. You can't hear from in there.
Look, you hold the fort. Serve them drinks. Just keep things going in the dark. Leave it all to me. I'll try to put everything back.
It won't work.
It's got to.
Brinsley!
Coming, sir. I'm just getting some empties to take to the pub.
Well, hurry it up, man.
Okay. Yes, I'm off now. Colonel, the help is definitely on the way. Carol will serve you drinks. If Mr. Bamberger arrives, just explain the situation to him.
Would you like me to come with you, dear?
Oh, no, no, good heavens, no. Stay and enjoy yourself. You must be exhausted after all those poodles. A nice gin and lime will do wonders. Shan't be a minute.
Well now, drinks. What will everyone have? It's Jeanette and Mr. Goring, and I suppose Winnie for Daddy?
How on earth are you going to do that in the dark, Dumpling?
It's simple. I remember the exact way I put out the bottle.
Oh, please, let me strike a match. I mean, surely it can't be that dangerous.
Oh, no! You wouldn't blow us all up, Mr. Goring. Old Mr. Bamberger would find you as this teensy-weensy bit. Very messy pig.
Bamberger? Is that who's coming, George Bamberger?
Yes, isn't it exciting? He's coming here to see Mr. Miller's work, you know.
Oh, yes, it really is. You know, I read an article on him in the Sunday Mirror. He's known as a mystery millionaire. He's almost completely deaf. Oh, yes, deaf as a post. And he hardly ever goes out. He always sits at home to play with his collection. You know, he only goes out if it's to a private gallery or to a studio. That's what I'd do if I had that kind of money. I'd stay at home and play with my porcelain.
Oh, yeah. I've never met a millionaire, you know. But I always sort of imagined that they'd feel differently than us. I mean, their actual skins, that is.
Their skins?
Oh, yes, Colonel. I sort of imagined, well, they'd be softer than ours. Like the skins of young ladies when I was a girl, you know.
What an interesting idea.
Yeah, she's very fanciful, our Fanny.
Mr. Goring, you're always so generous with your compliments. But you know, fancy has nothing to do with it, no. In my day, softness of skin was a sign of refinement. Well, nowadays, it's hard enough for us middle classes to keep ourselves decently clothed, let alone soft. As my dear father always used to say, before the bombs came, you know, and burned our dear little house at Wendover, the game's up, my girl. We middle classes are as dead as the dodo.
Yes, yes.
Poor father, how right he was.
Your father was a professional man?
Oh, he was man of God, Colonel.
Oh. How are those drinks coming along, Dumpling?
Fine, Daddy. They'll be just a minute.
Well, let me help you.
All right. It's a lemon fennel, of course.
Very well.
Daddy, where are you? Bitter lemon for Miss Fennabelle.
Right you are. Here we go. So, your father was a minister then?
Oh, he was a saint, Colonel. And I'm just happy that he's not the rudeness and vulgarity of life today.
Oh, you're so right, Fanny. That's it to a T. Rudeness and vulgarity. You know, the manners of the people there are beyond belief. You know, did I tell you what happened in my shop on Friday? I don't suppose I did.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I just opened up. It was 10:15. And I was dusting off the teapots, you know. Rockingham collects does something awful. When who should walk in but Miss Leonard, you know, that gingerhead bitch I told you about? The one who thinks she's God's gift to bachelors?
Oh.
Here's your lemonade.
Oh, thank you.
What about this glass? She had bought it for a birthday present. She was having a bit of a ding-dong with a geezer in Earl's Court. You know, hoping to collect his lolly when he dies. That's the way I read the situation. And I am a pretty good judge of character, and she is a grasp if I ever did see one.
Damn it to hell! It's a blasted rocking chair! I don't remember there being a blasted rocking chair here before.
Oh, yes, Colonel, you have to be careful of that. It's in a pretty broken condition. I've told Brenda about it several times. But, anyway, back to my boss. I sold it for her for £25. She'd certainly got the best deal of the bargain by half. She walks into my store, her hair all done up in one of those bouffant hairdos. You know, tawky, French-like. It would look good on a girl half her age with twice her looks. Oh, yes, you know the sort. Well, she walks in and she says to me, Mr. Goring, she says, I've been cheated.
No.
Yes, the very word cheated. Oh, hush up, I'm talking.
I'm frightfully sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I says to her, well, how's that? Well, quite by chance, I've taken this vase to the Portobello, over to Bill Everett. And he says, now what you call it all? Chinese and very rare. In fact, he says nothing more than 19th century English trash. Does he? I said, does he? I always keep myself calm. I always do when I get riled. Well, yes, she says, and I'd like to have my money back.
Oh, you didn't, Mr. Boyd.
I did. So I counted to 10 and let her have it. You know, in the first place, I says to her, I don't like my customers going behind my back to check upon my honesty. In the second place, Bill Everett is as ignorant as Bosley's dirt. He wouldn't know the difference between Tink from Tang. And in the third place, that goes for you as well, Miss Levitt.
What did you do?
Well, then I says to her, you're holding in your hand a major masterpiece of Chinese pottery. But you're not even fit to hold a 19th century coronation mug. And I kicked you out of my stall. And I says, if you ever cross over my threshold again, I won't be responsible for the consequences.
Fine, Mrs. Rory. How splendid of you. Get your gin in line. You deserve it.
I was proper blazing. I didn't mind.
Daddy, where are you? Pick up scotch.
Here I am, Dumplings.
Churchill bitch. Telling me about porcelain.
Are you familiar with porcelain yourself, Colonel?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know very much about it myself, madam. I do like some of that Chinese stuff. It's some rather lovely colors. Like on that statue I saw when I came in this evening. Very elegant.
Oh, what statue's that, Colonel?
Oh, in stereo, sir. Very fine.
Oh, I didn't know Bryn had any Chinese stuff. What's it out then?
Well now, we all have drinks. I'd like to propose Daddy's regimental toast. Raise your glasses, everyone. To the dear old 25th hole. Up the British and death to all nations.
Up to your 25th.
Thank you, Dumpling. That was very touching of you. Very touching indeed. Oh, this is gin!
I have lemonade.
Oh, that would be alcohol, I suppose. How very unpleasant.
Yeah, perhaps you switch with me, Fanny. Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, oh yes. Okay, Fanny, here. You had the lemonade. Yes, and you had the scotch. There we go. All right. Are we ready? Shall we try it again?
Quite.
Bottoms up.
Oh, God, I can't stand this for another moment.
Daddy, please.
I'm sorry, Dumpling. I don't care. If I blow us up, then I blow us up. This is ridiculous. What the devil are you doing there?
Now, don't be rash, Colonel. Isn't the first rule of an officer, don't involve your men in unnecessary danger?
Don't be impertinent. Where's the torch?
The pub was closed.
You couldn't get in that short of time. Surely you couldn't.
Of course I did.
But Mr. Miller, it's 5 streets away.
Well, needs must when the devil drives, Miss Furnival. Whatever that means.
Now, look here. There's something very peculiar going on in this room. I may not know much about art, Miller, but I know men. I know a liar in the light, and I know one in the dark.
Daddy.
Oh, I don't want to doubt your word, sir, but all the same, I should like your oath that you went out to that public house. Well?
Brinsley, Daddy's talking to you.
What are you hollering
Yes,
for?
he's absolutely right. I was just thinking it over for a moment.
Well, what's your answer?
I couldn't agree with you more, sir.
What?
It was a very perceptive remark you made. Not everyone would have thought of that. Individual, you know. Almost witty.
Young man, are you trying to be funny?
Well, I'll try anything once.
I must say, this is becoming a bit unpleasant now, isn't it?
It's becoming dreary, Ted.
Be quiet, Dumpling. I'll handle this.
What's that a handle, sir?
If you think I'm going to allow my daughter to marry a born liar, you're very much mistaken.
Mary,
Well, that is the idea.
you and this young lady, Bryn.
Oh, it's laughingly known as engaged. Subject, of course, to Daddy's approval.
Well, what a surprise.
Yes, well, we were keeping it a secret.
Evidently. How long has this been going on for?
A few months.
You old sly boots, huh?
I hope you approve, Harold.
Well, I must say you certainly know how to keep things from me.
Oh, I meant to tell you, Harold. I really did. You were the one person I was
Well,
going
why didn't you then?
I don't know. I just never
Oh,
got
it's
around
okay. You don't have to say anything. It's your business. I mean, just because we've been neighbors for 3 years, I thought there was more than just a geographical closeness between us. But I suppose I've been mistaken.
Don't start getting huffy, Harold.
I'm not getting anything. I'm just a little bit surprised and somewhat disappointed.
Harold, look, please understand.
Don't tell me anything. I know all about it. It's just me. Silly old stupid me. I bank too much on a friendship. It's just all me. Oh, good God.
Oh, tut, Mr. Goring, we haven't told anybody, not one single soul, Pegs, really.
At the moment, Dumpling, there's not very much to tell, and I'm not sure there's going to be.
Now look, sir, we seem to have got off on the wrong foot. If it's my fault, I apologize.
Oh, as my dear father always used to say, you know, to err is human, to forgive divine.
Really? I thought that was somebody else.
So many people copied him.
I hope you know someone else.
Oh, another lemonade. That is by my Miss Miller.
Oh, of course, help yourself.
Thank you.
Very well, young man. I'll overlook your damn peculiar behavior, but understand this, Miller. My daughter is very dear to me. Now, you've shown me that you can look after her, and I'll consider the whole thing most favorably. I can't say fairer than that, now can I?
Oh, of course you can look after me, Daddy. His works are going to be world famous. Why, in 5 years I'll feel just like Mrs. Michelangelo.
There wasn't a Mrs. Michelangelo, dear.
Wasn't there?
No, he had passionate feelings of quite a different nature.
Oh, I didn't know that, Mr. Goring.
Harold, I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings.
You haven't?
Oh, I know I have. Please forgive me.
Oh, do, Mr. Goring. Quarreling is so dreary. I do hope we can all be great friends.
I don't know if I can contemplate the friendship with a viper.
Oh, remember to ask human to forgive kind.
You just said that, madam.
Did I?
Oh, Brindle's a viper. He's just artistic, aren't you, darling?
Yes, darling.
And besides, it really is just a case of forgive and forget, Peg.
Oh, is it really, Pegs?
Oh, do have another Jeanette and lime. I'll have one with you.
All right, I suppose I will.
Let me mix it for you.
Talk. You know, there's nothing nicer than having a booze up with a pretty girl.
You haven't even seen me yet.
Ah, no, but I know Bryn. He's got the same taste in women as I have in porcelain.
Oh, don't be silly, Bryn. Why be so modest? There's nothing to be ashamed of. If anything, it's rather flattering. I found a photograph of one of his bits from 2 years ago, and I must say she was pretty stunning. In a blousy sort of way.
I wonder what that can be. I suppose it's clear.
Oh, did you ever, Mr. Goring?
Yeah, she's been around for quite some time.
Has she?
Unless, of course, I'm speaking out of turn.
Oh, well, no, not at all. I've told Carol all about Clea. Though I must say, Harold, I'm surprised you called 3 months a long time.
Well, what was she like?
I suppose you can hardly remember her, Harold.
Well, why on earth shouldn't I?
But since it has been 2 years ago, you've probably forgotten.
2 years?
2 years ago.
Well, now that you mention it, I remember her perfectly well.
Was she pretty?
On the contrary, she was rather plain.
She wasn't.
She was, but I'm just giving my opinion.
You've never given it before.
I was never asked, but since the subject's come up, I remember her as being ugly. Yes, and she had teeth like a picket fence, long and spiky and yellow, and she had really bad skin.
She had nothing of the kind.
Oh, she did. I remember perfectly well. It was like that new pink wallpaper with that old crumbly stuff underneath.
Oh, you're right, Mr. Goring. I hardly ever recall her myself, no, but I do recall the color of her skin. It was coarse, not soft like the skin of young ladies should be, if indeed they are young ladies.
Ah, yes, very coarse.
And rather lumpy.
Oh, yes, very, very lumpy.
Disgraceful.
And besides, I never liked her anyway. She was much too clever by half.
You mean pretentious like her name? I bet she was. The photograph I found showed her in a doodle and some sort of sultry peasant blouse. She looked like the Bolton Bride done by Lloyd Banks.
Ow!
What's the matter?
That's not very funny, Harold. What the hell's the matter with you?
Me?
I'm sure it wasn't the Colonel.
Well, what wasn't, sir?
Clea.
What?
Oh, nothing, sir. I was just remembering her, sir. You're all talking the most awful nonsense. She was beautiful. And anyway, Harold, you just said I was famous for my taste in women.
Aye, but you had your laughs.
Ah, rubbish. She was beautiful and tender and considerate and kind and loyal and witty and adorable in every way.
But you told me she was as cozy as a steel razor blade.
Did I? No, surely not. Doesn't sound like me.
Yes, in this room when I asked you what she was like. You said she was a painter, very honest, very clever, and about as cozy.
As a steel razor blade. Well, then I said it. So glad he was.
That boy's not touched. I don't know the meaning of the word.
So what's all this talk about her being so kind and tender all of a sudden?
She could be, on occasion. Very.
Very rare occasions, I imagine.
Not so rare. Not so rare at all.
Meaning what exactly? Brinkley, I'm talking to you.
Look, I can explain. Go into the bedroom and wait for me there.
Are you sure this is the time?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
What did he say?
He wants you in there. For what purpose, I can't imagine.
They're probably going to do some more of their plotting, I dare say.
Oh, lovers talk, Colonel.
Very touching, I'm sure.
As my dear father always used to say, journeys end in lovers meeting.
What an original father you seem to have had, madam.
What is it, darling? What's gone wrong? What can't you move?
Nothing. It's all back, every bit, except for the sofa, and I covered that up.
Then we can have light.
Yes. No.
Well, why not?
Never mind.
Why do you want me in the bedroom?
I don't. Go away.
Charlie.
Oh, I didn't mean that. Well, I'm going to see if there's a flashlight under my bed. I keep it there, blind burglars with.
What the hell's going on in there?
Oh, have another drink.
What do you mean, have another? I haven't had one yet.
Oh, poor Colonel, let me get you one.
Well, I can get one myself, thank you. Let me get you another lemonade.
Oh, no, let me go. It's such good practice. Oh, this is what they mean by blind dates. What the hell is going on?
Oh, nothing. Only George Bamberger's coming to see my work tonight. We've got a main fuse.
That's the reason for all this furtive clutching.
Look, I can't explain things to you.
What a frightful girl.
Just a friend.
Sounded more than that.
Well, if you must know, it's Carol. I told you about her.
It is dead.
She's a very sweet girl. As a matter of fact, we've become very good friends in the last 6 weeks.
How good.
Just good.
And have you become friends with her father, too?
If it's any of your business, they just dropped in to meet Mr. Bamberger, that's all.
What was it you wanted to tell me on the phone tonight?
Nothing.
Crying.
Oh, here comes the Inquisition. Look, Clea, if you ever loved me, just slip away quietly with no more questions, and I'll come round later and explain everything, I promise.
Don't.
Please, darling. Please.
Ah, at last. A decent glass of scotch. Are you getting your lemonade?
Oh, yes, thank you, Colonel.
You know, I'm just beginning to wonder about this Bamberger, whether he's going to show up at all. He's already half an hour late.
Well, that's nothing, Colonel. Millionaires are always late. It's their thing.
You're so right, Mr. Gorey. That's exactly how I imagined them, you know. Hands like stilts, and always 2 hours late.
Recently been at home the whole time. What about he be doing?
Maybe he's got that Clea in there, and they're having a little tete-a-tete.
Oh, what a fragrant suggestion, Mr. Gorey.
No one in the world kisses like you.
Oh, Bryn, I missed you so badly. I had I suppose nothing else to count this week. Oh, Bryn, I made the most awful mistake walking out.
Clea, please.
I mean, we've known each other for 4 years. We can't just throw each other away like old newspapers.
I don't see why not. You know my politics. You've heard my gossip. You've certainly been through my entertainment section.
Well, how about your colour supper?
Darling, can't you trust me just for an hour?
Of course I can, darling. You don't want me in there.
Right.
Then I'll stay right here. I'll get undressed and go quietly to bed. When you've got rid of them all, I'll be waiting.
That's a terrible idea.
I think it's lovely. A bit, happy relaxation both.
Oh, I'm perfectly relaxed.
Brindley! 2 songs a day, each week of the night. Come not in darkness, come not in light. That's me, isn't it?
Oh, of course not. I just can't explain things now.
Very well, you can explain things later, in bed.
Not tonight, Clea.
Either that or I come in and discover your sordid secret.
Oh, there is no sordid secret.
Well, then you won't mind my coming in.
Brindley!
All right, stay. Be quiet, blackmailing bitch. Yes, my sweet.
What are you doing in there? You've been an eternity.
I'm just looking around in the bedroom, my darling. You never know what you'll find in these clever little cabinets.
Are you trying to madden me, sir? Are you trying to put me in a fury?
Oh, certainly not, sir.
I warn you, Miller, it's not difficult. In the old days, the regiment, I was known for my furies. I was famous for my furies. You understand?
I may see.
I may knock your teeth in.
What did you say?
Mr. Brindley, how dare you talk to Daddy like that?
Oh, no, I wasn't talking to Daddy like that.
Well, then who were you talking to?
I was talking to no one. Myself I was talking to. I was saying if I keep groping about in here like this, I might knock my teeth in.
Mad as the south wind. It's the only explanation. You've gotten yourself engaged to a lunatic.
Something's going on in there. I'm going to find out what it is.
Oh, Carol.
I'm not such a fool as you take me for. I know when you're trying to hide something. You always get all the people. Very foxy pig.
Now, darling, that's not very ladylike. I'm sure the Colonel won't approve of you entering a man's bedroom in the dark.
Hello, please. Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, I'm coming for the rain.
God, it's Bamberger.
Bamberger?
Yes, Bamberger.
You must have thought I was never coming.
No, not at all. I'm delighted you could spare the time. I know how busy you are. I'm afraid we've had the most idiotic disaster. We've had a fuse.
Speak up, dear. He's dead.
Oh, yes. We've had a fuse! Not the best conditions for seeing sculpture.
Not too bad. Here. Add a torch.
Oh, what a relief. Alive.
Yeah. How very clever of you to carry a torch, sir. Or is that an essential part of the connoisseur's equipment?
Connoisseur.
He's dead, dear. Speak up.
Oh, yes. May I introduce Colonel Melkett?
An honor, sir!
Miss Carol Melkett.
Hello. Terribly kind of you to take such an interest.
Not at all.
A neighbor of mine, Harold Goring.
Oh, hello. I'm so thrilled to see you. Oh, it's such an honor. I read he was.
Oh, my father was.
Terribly sorry, sir. Misunderstanding.
Excuse me, sir. Where did you purchase that smart little cat?
My cat?
Yes, it's so chic, wildly original.
But surely you've seen them before. We all have them.
Oh, I bet it's like some sort of club. Very exclusive.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely impossible to get into.
My dear father always used to say, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a man to get into the gates of heaven.
Oh, Bernie.
That's an extraordinary object. May I look?
Of course, please.
Oh. Fascinating.
I like to think of that piece as representing the two needles of man's unrest, self-love and self-hate. They lead to the same point, you see?
Oh, it's obvious.
It is.
There's the clarity of all great art.
Great art. You mean to say you like it?
Very much, don't you?
Well, yes, of course.
I hope you do. It is simple, but not simple-minded. It is ingenious, but not ingenuous. Above all, it has a real moral force. Of how many moral books can you say that, good people?
Oh, none, really, none.
I hope I don't lecture. It's a fault, it's me.
Oh, not at all. I could listen all night.
So profound.
I don't know anything about it myself, sir, but it is an honor to listen to you.
Don't listen. Look. Witness. Revere. Here. Amazing. I feel the passionate embrace of similarities to create an orgasm of opposites. Unprecedented, good people. Here at last is incest in iron.
I didn't know it was an historical genius.
Oh, you should charge immense sums for this. I hope it is very, very expensive.
But of course,
How much?
500 guineas.
Ah, so very cheap. But then, what is cheap or dear? There's no way possible to relate beauty with money. An equation in which one term is reality and the other unreality cannot be considered.
Of course not.
Then you'll have it.
Me?
Oh, darling, I should rushing things a little. Perhaps you'd like to see my main work in the studio.
Oh, thank you. No, it's mostly discovered. It is sufficient to glimpse miracle money. One does not have to walk them down.
Thank you.
Well, there. Well.
Well,
Well,
You like it, then?
Very much.
Bravo, Mr. Miller.
500 guineas?
Certainly. If I had it.
Well, according to Sunday Mirror, you worth at least £100 million.
The Sunday papers are notoriously ill-informed. As of my last bank statement, I was lost 96 pounds, 2 shillings.
Well, you mean you've gone broke?
No, I mean I never had any more.
Now look here, sir, I understand that millionaires are supposed to be eccentric, but this is getting tiresome.
Daddy,
Millionaire? But who do you people think I am?
Oh, damn it, man, you must know who you are.
Mr. Hamburger, is this some kind of joke you like to play?
Excuse me, that is not my name.
It isn't.
Certainly not. My name is Schuppanti. Franz Emanuel Schuppanti. Born in Weimar, 1965. Student of philosophy in Heidelberg, 1984. Immigrant to this country, 1988. Regular employment. Ever since which? The London Electricity Board.
Electricity!
Electricity?
You mean you're not?
Of course he's not.
But who did you imagine I
Oh,
was?
how dare you? You'll come in here and tell us all about orgasms and incest. And the whole time you're only hitching at the fuse.
I agree with you, sir. It's monstrous.
It is.
You come in here and pretending to be deaf and proceed to harangue your employers unasked and uninvited.
Excuse me, but I was invited.
Don't go back. Miller, show this fella to his work.
The mains are in the cellar. Do you mind?
Why should I mind? It's why I came here after all.
Well, one would never know it.
Ah! Now there's a really beautiful piece of furniture.
Why don't you just go into the cellar?
All right, there it is.
Darling, show him the cellar, please.
Me?
Oh, how gallant of you, Miller.
It certainly is.
Oh, lumbago. It often afflicts me after long spells in the dark.
Oh! Oh, has it come back? Oh, you poor darling. You just lie there. Don't make a single little move. I'll do everything.
Oh, come on, I'll show you where it is. Another spread of little friends over here.
All right.
Now, come along. Come
All
on,
right.
you.
Oh, there. And is the light of art for the dark of science.
Let's have a little less of your lip now, shall we?
Excuse me.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. In the old days, people like that would have been fired on the spot for impertinence.
Daddy's absolutely right. Ever since the Beatles, the lower class think they can behave just exactly as they like. Why, Miss Fenneville was saying just before you came, Daddy, that nowadays England's in the hands of foreigners. Won't you, Miss Fenneville?
Well, of course it is. It has been for years. That's what we fought the war for, Dumpling. To fill the place with a lot of people like that. Marvellous. Fight their wars for them, bankrupt yourself, make yourself beggar-nating throughout the civilized world, laughing stock everywhere, and what for? People like that. Bounders. Bolshevik bounders. Ungrateful, insubordinate shower of krauts. Of course, all this sounds very square to you, no doubt, Miller, eh? All very stuffy and middle class, eh, what?
Amazing grace.
None of this evening is happening.
Cheer up, darling. Everything will be all right in a minute. The hamburger will arrive in the light, till the door will work and give you £20,000 for your entire collection.
Oh, yes.
Then we can buy a super Georgian house and live as laughingly known as happily ever after. I want to leave this place just as soon as we're married.
Shh.
Why? I don't want to live in this slum for the first couple of years like other newlyweds do.
Shh, shh.
What's the matter?
The gods listen, dear. They've given me a terrible night so far. They made you worse.
Oh, I know, darling. You've had a filthy evening. Oh, Billikens. But I don't care. I'll fight them with you. I don't care one single little fig for those naughty old white eggs. Do you hear me? Not one single little fig. Ah!
What is it?
It's raining!
Don't be stupid.
But I'm away!
How can you be?
What's going on? What's the matter with you all? What are you all hollering for?
Ah! I'm drenched! Oh, it's a leak. The water mains must have gone. Is there somebody else here? Oh, good Lord.
Who's there? Come on, I know you're there.
Oh, I'll bet you it's Mrs. Punnett.
Who?
Mrs. Punnett, my cleaning woman. She does for me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Why Sunday? What's she doing here now?
Well, I just remember she rang up earlier and said she'd look in about 6 to tidy up the place.
Well, damn it, man, it's almost 11.
Oh, she's not that conscientious now, surely.
Well, we'll soon see. Mrs. Punnett?
Oh, no, leave her alone. Don't interrupt her, sir. She doesn't like to be disturbed when she's working. Why don't we just leave her alone to putter around with her dust?
Well, let's find out if it's her first. Mrs. Punnett, is that you? Mrs. Punnett!
Hello? Yes?
It is. Good heavens, Mrs. Punnett. What on earth are you doing here?
I just came round to give your place a bit tidy, sir.
At this time of night?
Better late than never, sir, as they say. And I know how you like your bedroom to be nice and invited after one of your parties.
When did you come, madam?
Just a few minutes ago, sir. I didn't like to disturb, so I let myself in.
So was it you throwing all that water on us then?
Water?
Yes.
Oh, good heavens, I must have upset something. It's as black as Newgate snooker in here. Are you playing one of your kinky games, Mr. Miller?
It is a fuse, Mrs. Punnett. The man is mending it now. The lights will be on any minute.
Well, that'll be a relief for you, won't it?
Yes, of course. Now, why don't you just go on home?
I'm sorry I couldn't come before, sir. I was delayed. It's my Rosie. She's taken queer again.
I quite understand.
It's her tummy. She's got a lump under her belly button the size of a grapefruit.
How nasty!
Horrid. Poor little Rosie. I said to her myself, I said, it's no good you're being mullish, my girl. Taking your first thing tomorrow morning to the hospital and getting yourself ultraviolated.
Well, hadn't you better be getting back to poor little Rosie? Surely she must need you, and there's really nothing you can do here tonight.
Are you sure of that, sir?
Positive, thank you.
I mean, I know what this place can be like after one of your evenings. A gypsy caravan isn't in it. Gin bottles all over the floor, bras and panties in the sink. I God knows
Please, madam, you don't know it, but you're in the presence of Mr. Miller's fiancée.
Fiancé?
Yes, and I am her father.
Oh, Mr. Miller, I'm so happy for you. Fiancé. And you never told me.
Oh, I was keeping it a surprise.
Well, I never. May I kiss you, sir, please?
Yes, of course.
Yay!
Oh, sir, I'm so pleased for you. And for you too, miss. Thank you. And for you too, sir.
Ah, thank you.
Why, you must be Miss Clear's father.
Miss Clear, I don't understand.
Well, I never. So you've got him at last. Well done, Miss Clear. I never thought you would. Not after 4 years.
No.
Forgive me, sir, if I'm speaking out of turn. But you must admit, 4 years is a long time to be courting one woman. 4 days is stretching it a bit nowadays.
Mrs. Punnett, please.
4 years? Well, yes, dear. It's been all of that and a bit more, really, hasn't it? Of course, it's just in time. It was getting a bit prominent, your little bun in the oven. Oh, miss! I don't mean that's why he popped the question. Of course it's not. He's always been stuck on you. Well, he told me so himself not 1 week ago in this very room. Mrs. Punnett, he says. Mrs. Punnett, as far as I'm concerned, you can keep the rest of 'em. My Miss Clear will always be on top of the heap for me. Oh, I said, and what about that debutante bit? Carol, the one you're always telling me about. Oh, he says. She's just a bit of nice French cotton candy. A couple of licks and you've had her.
Did you say 4 years, madam?
Yes, Colonel, 4 years in this room.
Wait a minute. I know that voice. That's Clea.
Clear?
Clea?
Surprised, Bryn. Clear.
I don't understand anything that's going on in this room.
This is a very odd room, isn't it? It's like a magic dark room where everything happens the wrong way around. Rain falls indoors. The daily shows up at night and turns in a second from a nice maid to a nasty mistress.
Be quiet, Clea.
Oh, at last, one real word of protest. Are you done lying then? Have you had your last crumb of humble pie? You coward, you bloody coward. Just because you didn't want to marry me, did you have to settle for this lot? Marry?
Mary?
4 years of meaning to end in triviality? Miss lovingly known as an aesthetic. Stop her! She's disgusting!
Well, how can I, for God's sake?
Well, where's all that bloody resource you keep talking about?
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Keep your head. There now. Here, hold my hand now. Daddy's here. Everything's under control, all right?
Are you sure that's your daughter's hand you're holding, Colonel?
What? Carol, isn't this your hand?
No. You must have lived with your daughter for well over 20 years, Colonel. What remarkable use you've made of your eyes. All right, everyone. Kinky game time. Let's all play Guess the Hand.
Oh, good God.
Or would you rather play Guess the Lips? How disgusting. Oh, well, yes, dear, that's me. I'm Queen Stuff. All right, who's this? I don't know. Well, guess. I don't know, and I don't care. Oh, go on, have a go. It's Bryn. You can't trick me like that. It's Brindley's stupid hand.
You're wrong, dear. It's me.
It's not. You're lying.
It's me. I don't lie.
You're lying.
I don't lie.
All right, Carol's your turn.
I don't want to play this stupid bloody game.
Who's this? Well?
Bryn.
Yes.
Well done. How does he know that? Answer me. I want to know.
Calm down, Carol.
How does he know your hand and I did?
Stop it.
I won't.
You're getting hysterical.
I'm not. I want to go home. Leave me alone.
Prams in the supermarket. All those hideous wire baskets full of bottles and babies. Cornflakes over there is all they say, and then they leave you to yourself. Cat food over there. Airwick over there. Fish cakes over there. Oh, pink steps and green steps and television dinners and pay as you go out. Oh, it's awful, Daddy. And then there are the godless ones, heathens in their leather jackets, laughing me to scorn. But not for long, oh. Who shall stand when he appeareth? He shall strike them from their motorcycles, dash their helmets to the ground. Yea, verily, though I say unto thee, there shall be an end to gasoline, and an end to petroleum, and an end to cigarette puffing and jostling of hips. Keep off, keep off, keep off. It's disgraceful. Off, 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 off.
Funny. Funny, wait. Hey, look, perhaps we're supposed to go home now, huh?
It's all right. Scoring? Yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Miller, but I can't stay any longer. You're millionaires, and pardonably late. Please express my regrets.
To express my regrets too. Miller, do you understand? Mine too.
And mine, Brindley. You can express mine.
Come along, Dumpling. We're leaving.
Just a minute, Daddy. Brindley,
What?
here.
What?
Your ring. Take the bloody thing back.
Oh, my eye, my damned eye! Oh, how very droll, madam. How very droll indeed. Miller, do you know what would have happened to a young lout in my day who dared to treat a young girl the way you have treated my little Dumpling?
Happened, sir?
You would have been thrashed, sir.
Thrashed, sir?
You would have felt the mark of a father's horsewhip across your seducer's shoulders. You would have cried. You would have wept. You would have gone down on your calf's bended knee and begged my daughter's forgiveness for the insults you have offered her this evening. You would have raised your gutter-sniped voice in a piteous scream for mercy and... Good God.
Oh, you villain! You skunky district. One chair turned absolutely upside down. One chair on top of another like a portobello jump shop. But that's not the end of it, is it, Brinsley? Oh, no. That's not it by long chalk, is it, Brinsley? Chalk? Oh, don't play the innocent with me. All these years, I thought I was living next door to a friend. Little did I know I was living next door to a light-fingered Lenny.
Harold!
And this is my reward, isn't it? Oh, yes, after all those years of tidying up and cleaning up after you, because you're too much of a slut to do it yourself. You're my best piece is stolen from me to impress your new girlfriend and her daddy. Or did she help you?
Harold, it was an emergency.
Well, I don't want to hear it. I know all about it. Oh, no, don't tell Harold. Oh, no, he's not to be trusted. He's not a friend. He's just someone to steal things from.
Well, you knew that's not true.
I know I was the last to know. That's what I know. Me. To find out in a room full of strangers. I put up with more of your miseries in the wee hours in the morning than anyone would have to. Listening to you talk about women hour after hour as if you're the only one with troubles.
She's just getting hysterical, Clea. Ignore her.
You're the one who wants to be ignored, Clea. And as for your engagement, Brinsley, oh, yes, you two deserve each other. Yes, you and that little net.
Well,
Oh, there you are. Skulking in the shadows, I see.
Now leave her alone.
Oh, I wouldn't touch her. Oh, I wouldn't demean myself. No, you know what? I want my things and I'll be off. Do you hear me, Brinsley? Give me my things or I shall call the police.
Oh, now don't get
Item. One table lamp decorated around the rim in gold.
in the waste paper basket.
Oh, my is deceiving me. Item. One irreplaceable Regency sofa supported by claw legs. Well, unbelievable. Item. One corkboard vase dated 1809 in black lacquer.
Under the bar.
Under the bar. Oh, well, look at this. You've even taken the flowers. Well, you know, Brinsley, I'll be back for my laugh and myself in a minute. This is the end of our relationship, yes. I don't think we'll be speaking anymore. Yes, this is the end of our friendship. Oh, Brinsley! Smash, full smash, Brinsley.
Steady
Oh,
on.
yes. No, this is for you, Brinsley. Smash, full smash. Smash, full smash.
Stop it, Harold. Keep on
Yes.
that.
An excellent idea, sir. I think it is time for the record.
Oh, now, just a minute, Colonel. Be reasonable. Let's not revert to savages. Harold, I appeal to you. You've always had civilized instincts. Don't join the army.
get him, Daddy, get him.
Clear. Oh.
Be careful, Dumpling. Keep out of the way.
Oh, hush up, Colonel. We can hear it breathing.
Clever idea, sir. Smart tactics.
Yes. Hello, please? Mr. Miller? Oh, that's just the electrician. Hello, please?
What the devil are you doing up here? Have you mended the fuse?
We're going to keep him in the dark all night.
Sorry, the fuse is mended.
Well, thank God for that.
Mr. Miller, where are you? Bias is darkness. This is a joke, yeah.
Ah, no!
That is not very funny, people, just because I am a foreigner to imitate my voice. Mr. Miller, I have come to give attention to your sculptures. God damn
I
it.
thought it's Bamberger. Bamberger? Don't worry, Mr. Bamberger. We've had a fuse, but it's mended now.
Mr. Miller!
You must speak up, darling, he's dead.
Don't worry, Mr. Bamberger. We've had a fuse, but it's all right now. Everything's all right, just in the nick of time.
So, here's now an end to your trouble. Like Jehovah in the Sacred Testament, they give us the most miraculous gifts of creation. Light.
Oh, thank God, thank God.
Oh, I wouldn't thank God if I were you, Brinsley.
Nor would I, Brinsley, if I were you.
Know what I'd bring you if I were you.
Thank me, for I shall praise God for this thing. Attend now, good people. God said, let there be light. Suddenly, astoundingly, instantaneously, inconceivably, inexhaustibly, inextinguishably, and eternally, light!